Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Falcons are top 10 in rushing yards, and they're going up against a Cowboys team that will need to keep the running game in check.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Second and 10. Tannehill once more. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he'll be dropped at the 30. But a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. First carry now. This is Johnson. Got some room at the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. First carry for the former Florida State man. It's Carlos Williams. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Prescott now on second down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. In motion goes the tight end. They'll send Marshall in motion left. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now McCoy. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Doyle. And I think the ball's out. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's Tannehill fighting through pressure. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. Going, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the big tight end shifting around. In motion right is Robinson. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine, I marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. Oh, he trucked him. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
In the red zone this time. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And the back goes into motion. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Akeem Spence. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Prescott. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. And here now come the Falcons. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Tannehill on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, Falcons. LaShawn McCoy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they start the second half with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Now a handoff. Running left is McCoy. And he's brought down, getting this this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Flushed out right, and this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A give to McCoy. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Forced out to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On second down, Johnson. Oh, what a move. And now running right through it. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Third down now following the run. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Adams. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Adams. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
53, check 53. Gun. It's a long day for you. Gun. Check three. There we go. Switch. There we go.
They go to Johnson again. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Halfback sent in motion. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. Got some real estate inside the 30. And cuts out right sideline. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tight end right, tight end right. Here we go. Five down. Stand up in. 22. Eyes on 22.
Now Dunbar. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye.
Run.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add on.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Prescott now on second down. And he's got it. The tight end, Amaro. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. Fighting his way through contact. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Now Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Desmond Bryant able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Down the numbers. There he goes. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A first down throw for Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave him with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On the run, Dunbar. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Tannehill going to throw it. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he motions the wide receiver. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Andre Branch in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Second down, Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Throwing now, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Atlanta, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
You